Hunter x Hunter is an amazing anime. And yes, I do say the X. Sue me. It's so amazing, in fact, in recent years, it got a remake. Though neither the anime nor the manga is actually finished yet because the author battles with frequent illness, which you know, if you follow it, of course. But what if I told you this anime wasn't even his best work? I know, it sounds like blasphemy. Burn him at the stake, right? But hear me out first. Let me explain. What if I told you he made an anime that's already finished, it's an all-time great, and it's so beloved that studios are afraid to remaster or remake it out of fear of fan backlash? What anime could be this great, you may ask? Well, this amazing author who made Hunter x Hunter also made a show called YuYu Hakusho. And for those of you who know, you already know, but stick along for the video. The show stars a character called Yusuke Urameshi, one of my personal all-time favorite main characters in all of anime. While I was rewatching the anime though, it hit me. Why not share some of the greatness of Yu Yu Hakusho with you guys? So today I decided, let's cover Toguro versus Urameshi. Originally, I thought of covering the entire Dark tournament, but one, I feel like that's too big of a spoiler in case you do want to watch it after watching this video. And two, that's a lot of content, I'm not gonna lie, that would be like a 2-hour video. Now, we'll give you fair warning, Toguro invented the "this isn't my full power" trope. That entire trope, that's him, in a nutshell, in fact. Now, before we start, go ahead and sit back, grab something to eat, and get ready to enjoy some peak. We start off and Toguro immediately gets to talking shit.
Good thing your little ass made it here for the run back. This time I ain't throwing the fight. You catching straight fades.
Toguro then proceeds to power up to this. What the fuck is this?
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
I can't even come up with a joke for this one, man. His physique literally comes up with built-in shoulder pads and a chain, a literal meat chain. And apparently this thing is perma-equipped with sunglasses. Now I think about it, he kind of looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger if he took the Terminator role way too far. After powering up his spirit energy alone, he's making other demons, yes, literal demons from hell, combust into damn hellfire. Now the real fight starts. They both get to throwing hands and both hit each other. But of course, Toguro ain't even really feel that. But Urameshi gets knocked back like he got hit by a truck. But I ain't even gonna hold you. He ain't really tripping about it. Cause right after, he throw a mean right. He whiffed that joint though, I ain't gonna lie. He whiffed crazy and now he about to get whiff punished. But apparently not. Because gravity is just a mere suggestion in the presence of these non-human freaks. He dodges mid-air. I don't think you heard me. He whiffed the punch and dodged mid-air, but he can't fly. Bullshit. And now Toguro just gets to swinging his arms around, flailing around, destroying the stadium. And I'm sitting here wondering, the fuck the stadium do? That's good old tax dollars right there. You just crushing it for no reason. And don't worry, it ain't just the stadium that's getting eviscerated. No, you got the spectators getting eviscerated like they went to a World Martial Arts tournament in Dragon Ball Z and Vegeta just got a fresh new M tatted on his forehead. What's going on, man? Right before Toguro sends our boy to meet Abraham Lincoln, he stops short because he notices Urameshi only decided not to dodge so he can protect his people in the stands behind him. So this 7-foot ogre is at least a man of honor, not just muscle. But then, while our boy Urameshi starts charging a spirit gun, Toguro decides to just stand there.
He's just standing there, menacingly.
And watch in full confidence. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's old school anime. So it was a whole charge up scene for this spirit gun. Just for him not to shoot it. But before you get mad, he decided not to shoot it because he only has 4 shots left and can't afford to miss. Instead of shooting it, he started throwing left-right combos at his abs, and I don't know why he kept swinging. All my motivation would have been lost after the first 5 did nothing to him. He just stared at me like looking disappointed. Like a disappointed parent, literally. Like, what are you doing? Stop swinging, it's not working.
Stop it. Get some help.
And with the way Tagoro started swinging back, I'm starting to feel like I'm witnessing Prime Mike Tyson put on brass knuckles and walk in a nursing home. Just straight brutal overkill. Not only is he taking all of Urameshi's attacks, like he's actually hitting him with rubber duckies. To make things worse, Yusuke hits him with a fat-ass spirit gun mid-air so he can't dodge. Apparently, even though we just saw Yusuke fly, keep that in mind. The spirit gun itself obliterates the terrain, and I know Mother Nature hot right now. No?
I
That
am disgusted.
But look, it's literally scorched earth out there. This shit actually looks like a world disaster. Not even a natural disaster, an entire world disaster just hit. A fucking meteor rained down from the sky and split the earth. I know Poison Ivy hot somewhere in Gotham right now. Autumn trees dead. And despite all the force this spirit gun just hit him with, this man walks back into the arena, and the only thing damaged or lost are his sunglasses and his pants. Are you serious? Nigga, we're cooked. And just to rub salt in the wound, he get to talking shit.
Is that all your weak ass teacher could teach you? What a disappointment. How unfortunate for her to have students such as you. I expected more out of you, honestly. I don't even need my full power for this. I'll simply finish you how I am.
I guess now's as good of a time as any to give a little bit of background information. I'm gonna make it short and sweet, okay? Don't worry, it won't take long at all. So Yusuke's teacher is a short old lady named Genkai. Genkai and Tagoro have some history. They were teammates way back in the day, and they won the demon tournament together. But because of something that happened to Tagoro in the past, he gained this screwed up mindset that power is everything. So after the winning the tournament, he wished to become a demon of the highest level and left Genkai behind. That basically started this whole rivalry between him and Genkai and hatred of a whole bunch of stuff. But recently, Tagoro murdered Genkai, which is a big part of the reason why this match is so personal for Yusuke and Tagoro. Got it? Good. Keep that in the back of your mind for later in the fight. Back to the fight anyway. After Tagoro expressed how utterly disappointed he is with Yusuke, we found out just how cocky this bastard Urameshi is, because he reveals this entire fight, even with his punches literally doing nothing to this man. He's been wearing spirit cuffs to restrict his power. Now, my guy, there is no way after you threw full haymakers at this nigga and his sunglasses didn't even budge from his face, you thought it was a good idea to keep fighting with these on. This right here, children, is what happens when you get hit too many times in the head. You get CTE. After removing his restraints, I'm not gonna lie, he started to really put that work in. He started hitting him with the gum gatling, the damn consecutive normal punches, into an uppercut from hell, straight chin music, beautiful to the ear. And he ain't done either. He beats this nigga into a crater in the ground. Do you know how hard you have to hit, man, to part the ground spontaneously? But then he sees this man's dead fish-like eyes and backs off instinctively. And when Tagoro pops his little head out and steps out, I realized something terrible. Yusuke's been fighting an Ozempic fiend. I've seen this before and it doesn't end well. All this just to relapse and have a transformation sequence to reveal his quote-unquote true power. Bro, his transformation sequence turned off the lights in the entire realm. My boy, you're outdoors. How the fuck is everything pitch black all of a sudden? By the end of his grotesque, abomination-looking transformation, he turns into the original Grey Hulk. But like, if he merged with Vecna or something. Like, imagine for a second, you're taking a nice leisurely stroll through the city at night. It's all beautiful and stuff. You look to your left, and in an alleyway, you see this hulking behemoth staring at you, breathing all hard. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not fighting. I'm gone. Peace. Dipping out. Teleportation. I don't even know how to do it. I'm gonna learn on that instant. But let Yusuke act as an example of what happens when you decide to fight. Now, do my eyes deceive me? Or is this full-grown man getting sent flying from a thumb flick that didn't even touch him? Just from the pressure of the flick alone, he gets sent flying. Are you serious? Then after receiving this concussion, Tagoro brags about how, unlike his spirit gun, he got infinite ammo. And he starts firing that bitch like he got the infinity enchantment from Minecraft and a switch to boot.
Oh, so we zoned it now. I didn't know you was a pussy like this. Come on, stop spamming. He's still going. Where's the balancing? Come on, man, stop spamming.
I said stop spamming. Stop. Stop right there. Did he just catch a full spirit enhanced haymaker with just his thumb? He actually has more muscles and power in his left thumb than Urameshi does in his entire body. And he got the nerve to full punch this man in his arm? You know that arm is done for. Shattered, dust, debris. Then, just for the love of the game, he decides to stand there and take another spirit gun head on. And dear God, this time it didn't even send him flying. He ate it without budging. Keep in mind, this is Urameshi after removing the spirit cuffs too, and it didn't affect him at all. What's that, -2 shots now? He only got 2 ammo left. 2 bullets. He need more bullets. Now he got Tagoro talking crazy again, talking about,
your problem is that you lack fear. And without it, you'll never grow stronger.
I feel like I heard this in The Dark Knight Rises somewhere. After caving Urameshi's chest in, this fight, if you want to call it that, more like a beatdown, started to get real bad. Cause this evil ass nigga started absorbing the souls of the innocent spectators. Alright, now this shit's starting to seem personal. I don't know what they did to you, but they had to have done something. The spectators can't even run. They can't even escape. Because this John Wick looking bastard pressed a big red button and put walls all around the entire stadium. Which means they planned this shit out. Because why did he have a big red button that conveniently made it so no one could escape? And my dog is still swinging, but it's not doing nothing at all. It looked like he still got the spirit cuffs on. He might as well not have took them off. Because he ain't doing nothing. He ended up getting his hand crushed and slapped around with one hand. I'm convinced he threw a couple backhands in there like a pimp or something. Because he only hit them with one hand. And the way these angles is coming, he got to be throwing backhands. There's no way. Now here is where Tagoro begins to intentionally make a crucial mistake. Honestly, it's villain 101 of things not to do when fighting the main character. And he does it on purpose. He attacks his friends and intentionally misses. But then asks him, I wonder if the next one will miss. So now you're threatening the main characters. This is the literal first step to selling the bag. Threatening a main character's friends is like asking to die. So of course, Yusuke last show and gets flung into another wall looking like he got 1 HP left. Cooked. When all of a sudden, Genkai, yes, his dead teacher, takes over the body of his spirit animal and starts talking. Now you'd expect some powerful speech about not giving up or a reminder of some lesson like wax on, wax off or some Mr. Miyagi timing, but no. Apparently, Genkai a D1 hater for real, and I need to put some respect on her name. Sukuna might even be impressed with this level of hating, cause this lady says to Tagoro,
if you want to see Urameshi's true power, there's a very simple way. All you have to do is kill one of his friends and make sure he's watching.
You see, this, ladies and gentlemen, is what one would refer to as an immaculate backdoor. No one ever seen this level of shit coming. So this nigga Tagoro, who's committed at this point to seeing Urameshi's true power, which now that I think about it, reminds me of Sail when he wanted to see Gohan's true power, but I digress. Now Tagoro decides to pick one of Yusuke's friends to kill, and he picks Kuwabara. Why? Because him and Urameshi are the closest out of the whole group, of fighters at least. While Tagoro is walking him down, Yusuke is trying his hardest to stop him. But he's literally just walking through all of his attacks, like he's Broly or something. Then while walking through his attacks, he's punishing Urameshi while making him watch as he's powerless to stop him from advancing towards Kuwabara. Bro, he takes Urameshi's head and palms it into the ground. And that's all it took. Kuwabara decides he ain't never been no hoe and he ain't about to go outside. He started walking down on Toguro talking spicy about how he a real man and we all gotta die someday, but he ain't finna die with no regrets. Then he charged him. But of course, this satanic bastard smiles and hits him with the knife hand straight through the torso. After seeing Kuwabara die, I knew a crash unlike any other this century has seen was coming. Do you see the way his body is shaking out of pure unadulterated anger? Then Toguro decides to make it worse, asking,
Was that sufficient for you? Or do I need to kill another one of your friends for you to get the point?
which also reminds me of Cell. Now the music changed, and this nigga started leaving after images. I ain't never seen him start doing stuff like this. It moving so fast, he straight up disappeared and reappeared behind Toguro. And when we saw his face, I knew it was GG's. This a somber crash out. You know he about to throw that good hands. But before we get to that, we get to a scene where Yusuke is walking and having the death of his best friend loom over him, which honestly, I think is a great representation, one of the greatest representations, honestly, that I've seen, of the battle between anger and sorrow after watching his best friend be murdered in front of him and having to face the man that did it. Something a lot of animes just skip over and have anger win until after the fight. But Yusuke once again just gets splattered against the wall, but this time he loses his whole shirt, and yet something's different. This time, he didn't get hurt at all. He barely felt it, in fact, it tickled. We then see Urameshi land his first actual damaging attack of the entire fight, which is crazy to say, by the way. When he lands this haymaker, look at the way it contorts this man's body. It has him literally bouncing across the ground like a rock on water. Buddy's neck is literally stuck bent, and he sits up into a spirit gun. Yusuke is not playing around no more. He's doing strings. Trying to put this man in the dirt. After his spirit gun, that means he only has one spirit gun left in the back pocket. He straight up tells Toguro, get up. I'm gonna end this fight with one last shot. Right here, right now. It's gonna end one way or another. Toguro cracks his neck back into place and at Urameshi's request, unleashes his true power. And I mean, respectfully, how many full powers does one guy need, am I right? Apparently though, what he said was his full power earlier was more like 80%. And now he transformed into something that really looks like he spent too much time in the Upside Down and came out with no neck whatsoever. What am I even looking at, man? This is just a creature out of Lovecraft's books. We get to the final clash, and these two are willing to throw everything away just to smoke each other. You gotta love the dedication. Honestly, this shit is inspirational. This that I hate you, nigga, let's die. Toguro is still barely able to hold it back when suddenly Urameshi runs out of power. And Toguro is able to just slowly crush his attack. Granted, it's definitely damaging him, as we can see from the blood spurting out his back. But he crushed it nonetheless. And Urameshi falls over, meaning Toguro is the winner. And after walking up to him, we find out that the whole time Toguro wanted to die at full power to someone worthy. Apparently this nigga just wants to go Valhalla, like he wants to repent for his sins or some shit. And who better to kill him than Genkai's student? He falls over dead. And that is the end of the fight. I wanted to share this with y'all because this anime is the backbone to some of your favorite anime such as Naruto. Hell, just look at Sasuke and Hiei. Kishimoto literally admits that he took inspiration from Hiei. And I really hope this anime can get remastered with better animation so that even the people new to anime can still watch and enjoy this peak. And after covering this fight with me, it reignited my desire, no, my need to rewatch the anime. And I'm gonna go finish it. I might even make another video on it. if y'all like this video. If you've never seen Yu Yu Hakusho before, I hope this video at least made you consider giving it a chance. It truly is amazing and it's worth your time. If not though, that's fine. If you like the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and please hype the video. We trying to grow. We trying to hit 100 subscribers. I love you guys. And class is out.